Imagine you're on a bus ride with your friend, on your way to fulfill your mother's last wish. Sounds emotional enough, but then the bus is ambushed by armed rebels and you're dragged off to who knows where. Unlike your unfortunate buddy, you manage to avoid torture and instead get to meet Pagan Minute, a rather peculiar host who, strangely enough, treats you with a degree of respect. But something about him just feels off. So, your instincts kick in. It's time to make a run for it. And thus begins your long and dangerous journey through Kyrat, a fictional country nestled in the heart of the Himalayas in Far Cry 4. Or maybe not. If you're the patient type and actually wait where Pagan Minute told you to, you'll unlock the secret ending of the game in just a few minutes. But where's the fun in that? Let's go with the revenge route instead. While Far Cry 4 doesn't win points for originality in storytelling, many fans still regard it as the best entry in the franchise. You don't suffer from amnesia this time around, but your personal history is anything but clear. As you unravel the story, it turns out Mom and Dad weren't exactly saints and your arch-nemesis. Turns out, he's your half-brother. Unlike Far Cry 3, where the ending offered you a final, defining choice, Far Cry 4 throws moral decisions at you more frequently. These choices might not drastically alter gameplay, but they will have you questioning your own values. Near the end, for example, you must choose whether to execute the main villain or let him walk away after he reveals some crucial truths. Do you shoot him anyway? Early in the game, you're introduced to the Golden Path freedom fighters trying to liberate Kyrat from Pagan Minute's dictatorship. Initially noble, the faction is split between two leaders with radically different ideologies. Sabal, the traditionalist, wants to burn down an opium den to cleanse the land. Amita, the pragmatist, suggests keeping it for profit. Later, you're faced with whether to destroy a temple representing Kirati values in favor of modern prosperity. Neither path is clean, and both ultimately resemble the oppressive rule you sought to overthrow. Expect plenty of surprises. Just when you think you understand what's going on, the rug is pulled out from under you. Betrayals abound, and at one point you're drugged again and thrown into a prison. To escape, you'll have to run from invincible demons, scale cliffs with grapples, and sneak through massive prison camps. Thankfully, if you die after reaching a checkpoint, the game generously respawns you near a hidden arsenal. The bulk of missions involves defending villages, rescuing captives, or retrieving items. Some are more relaxed, like lighting candles or having simple conversations. Others are pure chaos. Escort missions, hijacking enemy shipments, or participating in side quests to level up and collect loot. One mission throws you into a drugged-out gladiator arena, where you must survive 5 rounds of enemies. You start with your bare hands, good luck. Just like in Far Cry 3, hallucinatory missions return, including one where you fight ghosts alongside your spirit tiger, who does most of the work honestly. Later missions crank up the difficulty. In one standout mission, you must infiltrate an airport undetected. 6 snipers patrol the area, and going in silently is near impossible. One workaround? Eliminate one sniper. Take his rifle, climb a nearby hill, and pick off the rest from above. Enemies won't climb the hill, and instead run around aimlessly below. Once you've cleared the airport, your reward is an action-packed finale involving quad bikes, parachutes, and mid-air grenade tosses worthy of Tom Cruise. Side missions are often given by the most bizarre characters, from arms dealers to full-blown junkies. The drug-induced ones are especially weird. Talking characters explode, trucks fall from the sky, and reality bends in the strangest ways. You'll steal diamonds for a weapons smuggler, stop runaway trucks with a mini helicopter, hello, speed the movie, and even explore snowy mountain peaks in search of a missing mountaineer. But watch out for enemies, snow leopards, and low oxygen. Much of the gameplay mirrors Far Cry 3. You climb radio towers to reveal parts of the map, each one a small puzzle in itself. While this is fun at first, with nearly 20 towers to conquer, it gets repetitive. Same with liberating enemy outposts, useful for fast travel, but repetitive after a while. Character progression includes upgrading ammo pouches, weapon slots, and gear, usually by hunting animals for their skins. While animal lovers might find this off-putting, it's part of the grind. Still, it might have been nicer to tie upgrades more directly to experience points rather than forced hunting. Skill trees enhance abilities like takedowns, reload speed, and healing. At first, you're fragile. By the end, you're Rumbo. Money comes from looting enemies and selling found items. You can then buy weapons, gear, and even body armor. You can also craft syringes from herbs, though honestly, I never found that part very useful. To reach 100% completion, you'll need to spend tens, possibly hundreds of hours on all the optional content. If you're just in it for the story, around 30 missions, expect at least 15 hours of playtime. Still, skipping the side missions would be a shame. They offer some of the game's most memorable moments. Graphically, Far Cry 4 still holds up remarkably well, especially in high resolutions. Though the jump from Far Cry 3 isn't huge, the visuals remain stunning. The Himalayan backdrop, especially during sunrise, is breathtaking. As with previous games, missions can be played day or night, though nighttime doesn't seem to offer much stealth advantage. The open world is packed with beautiful locations, waterfalls, temple ruins, mines, and mountain villages. The map size has grown slightly, and fast travel helps avoid long slogs. You'll drive cars, ride ATVs, and fly gyrocopters. Just don't take them too high, they tend to malfunction and crash hard. Luckily, vehicle handling is smooth and forgiving. You're basically glued to the road, and the cars stop on a dime. The game boasts around 40 weapons. If you're not a gun nerd, you probably won't notice the difference between various assault rifles. You start with a basic knife, which is about as effective as a slap in the face. Pistols and SMGs are weak. The AK-47 is serviceable, but 416 and a 52 are better choices. Heavy enemies will challenge you most, especially ones wielding PKMs, massive machine guns that mow down foes like grass. Late-game snipers, like the Z93, are accurate and powerful. When enemies show up in trucks or helicopters, you'll be glad you brought a rocket launcher. Finish all of Longinus's missions, and you unlock the glorious LK-1000, a guided missile launcher. Pair it with a grenade launcher like the D2, and you'll be unstoppable. Prefer style? Take a bow, a flamethrower, or plant some mines. Everything you need for your inner Chuck Norris. The audio design doesn't disappoint either. The game features a full soundtrack that dynamically shifts with the action, high-octane beats for chases, peaceful tunes for exploration. Far Cry 4 supports solo or co-op gameplay. The co-op mode doesn't include the main campaign, but you and a friend can team up to clear outposts and wreak havoc across the map. Competitive multiplayer pits you against other players in teams. One side even plays as Rakshasa shamans, adding a supernatural twist. Far Cry 4 is often overlooked, partly because Far Cry 3 set the bar sky high, and partly because it didn't bring massive innovations. But what Far Cry 3 did well, Far Cry 4 does even better, albeit with a bit more complexity. Sure, there's a lot to manage: karma, crafting, syringes, skills. But if you're a fan of the series and skip this one, now's the time to fix that. Far Cry 4 is a wild, satisfying ride. Pros: gorgeous graphics, massive open world, tons of activities and missions, excellent weapon variety, technically polished. Cons: feels too similar to Far Cry, can be overly complex, some gameplay becomes repetitive over time. Bye and see you next time.